Hello everybody, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health protocol. We do that on a consistent basis, also coaching paradigm, and we do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. This is things that we learn too late and that ultimately can lead us in a negative direction when we learn them too late. If you are looking to kind of confront life lessons in a different way, would love to be of value to you in that manner and continue to do that going forward into the new year, you can reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, we'll get you in contact with me or a member of my team and then ultimately lead you in a positive direction in that way. And first thing is, we're all going to age, and you're not going to get younger, you only get older. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but the lie that we have more time to accomplish something, or we can wait till later, and then weeks become months, and months become years, and years become decades. We don't have a good range of that stressor point, and so that can be super challenging for lots of people. Next thing is there are no sure things in life, and this is something that ultimately is not particularly a good thing. It's uncomfortable. It's unsteady. It's unsure. It's certainly a difficult reality when we kind of look at that connective there, and kind of making that way in a just the realization that at the end of the day there's a challenge there, there's a reality there, and ultimately um, the next thing is there is no such thing as perfect. So, with no sure things means that life will throw you challenges you may not necessarily want or feel are justified or feel are fair. But if what's interesting is if we look at life as a series of events that don't have necessarily a positive or negative charge to them, then searching for fair becomes a little bit less something we do because we focus more on progress and moving forward than we do on the idea of this is fair or unfair. Some people may call something fair, some people may call something unfair. Neither one is 100% right, 100% wrong. And then understanding that self-love is the most important relationship you'll ever have is also super valuable. A lot of places talk about self-love, but I don't think they do it effectively, efficiently, or in a way that works for everybody. And so understanding that your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you're ever going to have is super important. Making sure that your emotions are valid, and also that just the idea that all emotions are valid is one of the most important things that any person can do. Understanding that self-love is a continual process. It's certainly something that we struggle with a lot of people do anyway. And so understanding that finding self-love can be challenging for a number of reasons, but the need to do it is always there. Understanding that all emotions are valid, but they're not definitions of your identity, is super important as well. Just because you have an emotional feeling doesn't mean you have to act on it or need to act on it or whatever. And or the continuation of trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, trusting your inner voice is also important. A lot of times people will give you opinions, they'll give you viewpoints, they'll give you ideas, they'll give you concepts, but in reality, another person's opinion should not outrank your own internal instincts as it relates to the actions you take or should not take. And knowing this and being able to work through that is super valuable as well, especially when we begin to understand the value in doing exactly that. Trusting your gut intuition and then working through life step by step is another of the things that it's super important to do. When we begin to do that, we then have an intelligent approach to the life that we're trying to create and the things that we're trying to do. Ultimately, the understanding of nature and moving forward is valuable and meaningful, and all of those things. In any event, we will continue right after this.